Now, we're gonna find the Laplace transformation of cosine bt. So first, the equation will be the integration of e raised to negative st times the function of t, which is equals to cosine bt dt. So first, we're gonna do a technique called integration by parts. We're gonna let q will be equal to cosine bt, and du will be negative b sine bt dt. dv will be equal to e raised to negative st, and the v will be equal to negative 1 over s e raised to negative st. So, following this general formula for doing the integration by part, we will just substitute the u cosine bt times v negative 1 over s e raised to negative st with the limits of 0 and a. If you notice that I just substitute infinity to a, which is the value of a is a very large number. So minus the integration of negative 1 over s times e raised to negative st minus b sine bt dt. So if you're gonna expand this part, if you're gonna substitute the higher limits and the lower limits, we will have negative cos ba over s times e raised to negative sa minus the negative cos b times cosine b0 over s times e raised to negative s times 0 minus I just transpose the constants in here in the integration, which is b and negative 1 over s, negative b and negative 1 over s. So negative times negative, positive, and then if you multiply positive and negative, so it will be just negative bs, and the integration of e raised to negative st sine bt dt. So if you raise e into a very large number, it will just be equal to 0. So I'm just gonna cancel it, because if you multiply 0 to in here, you're just gonna get 0. Next is here. So the value of e raised to 0 will be equal to 1, and the cosine 0 is equals to 1. So if we multiply 1 and the 1 in here, we will having a solution of negative 1 over s. And then multiply it to the negative sign, we will have 1 over s minus b over s with the integration of e negative raised to negative st sine bt dt. To find or to solve this equation, because it is not simplified, we're gonna use again the technique integration by parts, which is sine u is equals to sine bt, and du which is equals to b cos bt, and the dv is just the same. Look, if you notice, same and same. So dv like that and v like that. So substitute again using this formula. U will be equal to sine bt over times negative 1 over s times e raised to st. So I just compress it, or I just multiply it already. So the will be negative sine bt over s times e raised to negative st with the higher limit of a and the lower limit of 0, plus the integration of b cosine bt over s times e raised to st dt. If you notice, I just multiply it already too. So if you simplify or gonna expand this equation, the value of the higher limit will just be equal to 0, and the value of 0, if you substitute the 0, it will be equal to 0. So for very fast explanation, we will just cancel this. So it is just equals to 0. Now in here, I put out the constants, which is b and s. So if you look at this formula now, our new formula now will be equal to 1 over s minus b over s times b over s times the integral of cos bt e raised to negative st dt. So if you multiply this both, it will be, the outcome will be b raised to 2 over s raised to 2. So then just bring down 1 over s minus and minus. You're wondering why there's y in here, because if you notice that the equation in here is just equal in here, so I let the Laplace of cos bt will be equal to y. So all the values of Laplace of cos bt will be equal to y. So here I just transpose it y, and here you just cos bt times e raised to negative st dt is just equals to Laplace of cos bt, which is equals to y. So b squared over s squared times y. Now I will transpose or negative b squared over s squared y into the left side. So the formula now is y plus b squared over s squared times y is equals to 1 over s. If you notice that there's a same variable here and here, y. So we're gonna assume that there is a 1 in here. So if there's a 1 in there, the value will be s squared over s squared plus b times y plus b squared over s squared times y, which is, if you add that, it will be equal to s squared plus b squared over s squared times y, which is equals to 1 over s. Now the next move will be, you're gonna cross multiply s squared plus b squared over s squared times y equals and 1 over s. So the value will be s over s squared plus b squared equals to y. So I'm just gonna substitute again y, because in here, so now we will have the outcome of the Laplace transformation of cos bt is equals to s over s squared plus b squared. There you have it.